Hey, welcome to the Crippled Handyman. Thanks for joining me on this next topic. Are you getting ripped off by a contractor? I got some tips how to avoid these as the best as you can. I'm sure not every contractor is perfect, but they do exist. They are out there. You have honest contractors. I'll just vouch for myself. I was one of them. I played by the rules, did everything by the book. I had positive feedback. I had great references. Um, I had pictures of the work I did, good communication skills. My contracts were very detailed. I had insurance and I was licensed. So, finding a contractor, it's feels like a job in itself for any for any home project. And trying to find a trustworthy contractor is probably the most important part of the process. Um, yeah, nobody wants to spend money on a project, and it is either you have a contractor that escapes and leaves town and takes all your money and runs, or does a poor job. You do get what you pay for. That is the absolute truth. I would have to say, um, I love it when you're talking with somebody and someone's like, "Oh, I know so and so, and this is what they do, or they do this, or oh my buddy my friend's a carpenter." And I'm gonna tell you just from experience, not everyone that's in the industry, I don't care what it is, that doesn't mean that they're up to par, up to your standards. Um, my issue with myself, why I have a hard time hiring someone, well, because of my back, it sucks. You know, paying paying for somebody, and are they up to my standards? That's the tough part. So we're gonna go down a list, and the first thing, you're gonna be online. You're gonna be looking for contractors, and you're gonna see how are their reviews. Do they have positive reviews? And just because they have good reviews, they may not even be out around long enough. They may be getting a review from who knows, maybe it was a cousin or it's a sibling or a family or friend, and these people might be just helping out a family resource. So it doesn't, just because they don't have enough reviews, that doesn't mean that the contractor is untrustworthy, but their reputation needs to, it needs to grow as time goes on. Um, and You may want to see if, um, but generally, let me back up. Generally, contractor with high rankings or a lot of reviews, that are positive, that is a good sign. So that would be the first thing you would want to check out. Positive reviews. Um, the next thing you want to check out are their, reliable references. Um, Online reviews can only give so much information. Um, Talking to someone who's actually worked with that contractor you're possibly going to hire for whatever project you're going to do. Um, see what experiences that they had um, with that particular contractor. And so when you have a contractor come to your house, don't be afraid. Ask for references. And there are some contractors, they may not even be on the internet. They may not have rankings. That may not exist. I know, like, say you got Yelp or whatever. There are sites that do review contractors. And so possibly you can find some sort of reference due to that. Um, what else we got? What else can I talk about on that part? Trying to do this off the top of my head. I got some bullet points I'm going off of. Um, but that would be uh, like say the references they give you, the sign, everything is positive feedback. So that's number 2. That's a good sign that references are reputable and they're happy with the contractor you're looking to hire. And another thing, some contractors may have um, uh, plenty of like examples or pictures of their work that they have done, and it gives you kind of a opportunity to look at the work that they did do, and hopefully they're being honest where they're not taking like Photoshop pictures of some other contractor's work that is like out of this world. It's actually their work, and it would actually be good to have like, on the references where, they have pictures of the references they gave you. So you want to check out like good examples of their work that they did. Give you an idea of, hey, is this guy, for real? And is his quality of work awesome? Um, the next thing, the next tip would be, communication skills. And that is very, very important. Um, and I'm not saying your contractor has to be like a perfect English major with, like a wordsmith, but there are some basics that, they should have covered. Like they respond to your questions quickly and with professionalism. Uh, a reliable contractor, say website, it shouldn't have any spelling errors or improper grammar. Hopefully, whoever they hire to, set up, say their website online, um, is professional. But that doesn't actually indicate that they're a bad contractor. Maybe they're just not. Maybe they're just not good with that side of the contracting thing. Like me myself, like this techie stuff, doing this YouTube. I'm learning. I'm learning. That's all I can. That's all I can say. I still don't know how to do a thumbnail. I have a couple guys online, so I'm hoping to get them to my house soon to have a meeting. That's not what this video is about, but good communication skills tend to be a sign of a reliable business. So that's what you want to look at. The next one is I want to back up about I've seen. This is no BS. I'm sure people have looked up in Craigslist. I've done that, trying to find certain individuals in that. And oh my gosh, I've seen such horrible spelling, and it's a simple business. I might not even be looking for that source. And I'm going, how can you even publish that? Like they didn't even know how to spell literally a simple word. And I'm just like, oh hell no, I am. If I was looking for someone like that, I would. I won't hire you because of the most simplest spelling. I know I'm not perfect with spelling. I may, I know the English language gets weird, and I don't forget how to you got there, and you have to know which there is there. But okay, number 5, you want a detailed contract. I've seen contracts where people just say labor and materials, and okay, well, let's go off of say HVAC. Okay, so a detailed contract. If someone's going to put a contract in replacing your furnace, so basically what they'll do is what should be on there, line item 1 is the make and the make and model of the type of furnace, the name brand, the BTU size, the efficiency, is it an 80%er? like I said, this is just an example. So you would want to have, I'm putting in an 80% um, Heil 100,000 BTU furnace. Then the next line item would be um, and they could say this, and it's very, it covers both ends. And how I would do it, I would say all materials necessary to complete job, and I would just kind of leave it as that. All materials necessary to complete job. That pretty much covers anything, whatever type of piece of round pipe or the gas pipe, whatever fitting. It's not just like, okay, we need two 90-degree elbows and we need one T, and then I don't like when they start doing like line items like that. And it's like, oh, we needed three elbows, so I only was bidding for two. And when you start seeing stuff like that, I think a company like that easily could start like adding, like, say, oh, that's an extra. I didn't figure that. It's like you're figuring the job. So I like when I see all materials necessary to complete. I'm just talking like for the HVAC industry. That would be appropriate for just seeing that on an estimate, on a bid. Um, so everything else, and because what you don't want to, like I was saying, you don't want the job where then it's like, oh, this is going to be a change order. I had a contractor do the siding on my house, and the contract was, pretty straightforward. Supplying a dumpster, demo of all siding, and gutters, and downspouts, straightforward, and providing, the LP siding, the corners and the trim around the windows, because we talked about that, the border around the windows, um, you know, and painting of all the windows, providing this type of paint, um, providing all new gutters and downspouts. So downspouts, it doesn't matter if they use 10 fittings or 30 fittings, providing all material. So the word all, that would mean whatever necessary to complete the job. So just little key points on words to avoid a change order on that. So a detailed contract is so necessary, because the last thing you want to do is they're in the middle of doing the project and they tell you, well, I didn't figure that in the project, in the job, or whatever you're doing. And it could get very frustrating as a homeowner, because especially if you don't know what's really entailed. And I guess it doesn't hurt to ask. It's like, okay, say you're getting all your windows replaced, make sure, it's like that's part of the demo. And it's like, hey, are you going to be covering the carpets with plastic, or at least some drop cloths, anything to help prevent damaging existing areas? Does it include, okay, the dumpster, and you're getting rid of the old windows, and then you're providing all the new windows, and you're going to be providing new trim. There are some companies out there that's like, oh, we're just doing the windows. Oh, to put the new trim back on? Oh, that's an extra. So you got to be very careful in anything that these contractors are saying. Number 6, you just, you want to make sure the contractor, they got proof of insurance. That's that's a very important deal for many, many, many people. General liability insurance, covers, costs if someone gets hurt or your home is damaged, say they're tearing down, like when I hire a contractor, if I decide to hire a contractor to tear down my deck. Well, if they don't have insurance and they break a window down below, now I'm SOL, unless they're a straight up contractor, and they'll be like, hey, I'm sorry I broke your window, and some of them will be like, oh, just use your homeowner's insurance. No. But is that's the main reason why you want to make sure they have proof of insurance, because if they damage any part of your property while they're performing whatever task, their insurance is part of on their end that they will be able to replace whatever they had damaged. And the last thing, you want to make sure they're licensed. Um, every state licensing is different. So you want to make sure your contractor is licensed and insured. And you see a lot of that advertisement even on Craigslist. They're licensed and insured. And it's very easy to look up the contractor and you'll know what they have. And trustworthy contractors, they will be able to prove that, they have all the proper licenses, right as you ask. So, and it's, some states by law, working with contractors without a license, it could lead to legal issues in the far future. And that's what you want to avoid also. So these are things you want to be aware of before hiring a contractor. You want to online positive reviews, reliable references, plenty of pictures of their work or examples, good communication skills, a detailed contract, proof of insurance, and a verified license. So other than that, good luck on any future projects, and help me hit 1,000 subscribers, folks. I appreciate that. I appreciate all the newer subscribers to my channel. And hit that subscribe button, like the video. If you have any horror stories, share them with me in the comments. If you have any questions about anything in the construction industry as far as a homeowner, what steps can you take, whether you're looking for a plumber, a tile setter, electrician, HVAC, a roofer, doesn't matter what it is. There's not a whole bunch of any of that stuff that I haven't got to experience with, being back in the day, being a licensed contractor, building custom homes, remodeling basements, replacing, doing kitchens, decks, you name it, whatever. I've had the opportunity to kind of educate myself even in that world. So hope this helps, and good luck on your future projects. Again, have a great day. Take care.